In this video today, I'll be showing you how to make a GIGOT sleeve. Very easy and straightforward, so stay tuned. This is Anna Tega. If you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're a subscriber or you visit this channel from time to time, thank you so much for visiting again. So we're gonna go ahead and start drafting our GIGOT sleeve. Let's get cracking. Now you want to use your custom made sleeve or your commercial sleeve, whichever you have, and it's your size. If you're making the sleeve for yourself or anyone else, that's fine. Now you want to determine where you want to place your puff, which is the essence of this pattern making today. So you can either make the puff a bit higher or you can bring it a bit lower. So we're talking about you making a 3/4 sleeve or a long sleeve up to your wrist. You can't use a short sleeve for this pattern making. So now that is where my preference is over there. So you determine that yourself, how big you want to make the puff. So this is the length I want for the puff. We're going to be replacing this part of the sleeve in form of a circle. So watch what I'm doing. So you want to fold your paper exactly the way I'm doing here. You fold it once, then you fold it over again, as we're going to be cutting a circle. Make sure you work from the place unfold. Now you want to add 5 to 6 inches extra length to this part because we're making a puff sleeve. Besides the 5 to 6 inches, add your seam allowance as well. So I'm just gonna be marking the length I want. Don't forget the original length of the sleeve plus 5 to 6 inches extra allowance and your seam allowance. Whatever you have, you want to mark it all the way around. You want to mark that all the way around. Once that is done, you want to grab your scissors and cut. This is the shape you should have after cutting. Next, we're gonna be sorting the armhole. Now you wanna open up that sleeve and measure the armhole, the complete armhole, circumference, and divide by 6.28. Once you've divided it, whatever you have, you want to draft it out and cut. Because the sleeve is a puff sleeve right up there, you're gonna be adding extra inch to whatever you have after dividing your armhole circumference by 6.28. You want to add up to an inch. This is to give room for gathers and pleats round the armhole. As this is a puff sleeve, you need the gathers or pleats to make it a proper GIGOT sleeve. Remember, we're replacing that top bit of the sleeve. Right, so once it's replaced, this is what you should have. This is what the sleeve should look like. That is the armhole at the top, and that's the bit that should be attached to the rest of the sleeve. You can either attach the sleeve like this, you gather that or you pleat before attaching to the rest of the sleeve, or you stitch this side like this. You stitch the side, then you attach the top bit. It depends on your preference, but it could be harder for some people to do it like this. So instead of doing it this way, gathering all the way around or applying pleat and pulling before attaching to the rest of the sleeve, another method you could try is to open the circle up. And once that is done, you want to gather the biggest part of the circle. You can apply pleat or gathers all the way around to the same size as the opening of the rest of the sleeve, so you can attach that easily. Once that is attached over there, then you can stitch all the way to the wrist or the elbow. You want to gather and pleat the armhole as well before attaching to the bodice. This is a paper sample of what you should have after gathering or pleating your puff and attaching to the rest of the sleeve. You should have something like this. Like I mentioned before, the puff part of the sleeve can be made bigger than this. Instead of a medium size, you can go for an exaggerated puff sleeve. It's still gonna be fabulous. Then determining where you want to place it on your original sleeve. I'll be wrapping up this tutorial here. I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, look after yourself and bye.